Hi, this is Life Coach David. Thanks for listening to the Law of Attraction podcast. I'm a certified and very experienced Law of Attraction life coach, and you can find out more about me and how to have Law of Attraction coaching with me through lifecoachdavid.com. And I really hope whoever is listening to this is doing well and feeling good and staying healthy during this pandemic we're all experiencing. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait until this is over and everything's open and we can all go out again. Although I am making the best of things now, I kind of miss that. It's like the only thing that I can do now is go to the Starbucks drive-through, which is always a huge line, but why not? I can go to the market, I can get gas. I've been taking my puppy on long walks, weather permitting, but that's very enjoyable. And I've been trying to support my local restaurants around here by ordering lunch and dinner throughout the week to help them stay in business, because if they don't get enough people doing that, they're going to close down until everything reopens. And pretty much the rest of my day is filled with coaching calls. That's one great thing about what I do, is that I do phone coaching. That's what I've always done. So I still get to coach people all over the country, which is really so fulfilling. And some people who call me weren't used to doing coaching over the phone. They wanted to meet in person, but now they've decided, because there's no other option, they are doing phone coaching. And like I told them initially, there's no difference. They're not missing out on something by not being in person. And now I'm going to continue reading from Money and the Law of Attraction. And I really hope you've listened to previous podcasts, because the information is really good. And the section today is called The Law of Attraction Expands My Every Thought. The Law of Attraction says, that which is like unto itself is drawn. In other words, that which you think in any moment attracts unto itself other thoughts that are like it. That is why whenever you are thinking about a subject that is not pleasant, more unpleasant thoughts regarding that subject are quickly drawn. You find yourself in very short order not only experiencing what you are experiencing in this moment, but reaching into your past for more data that matches that vibration. And now, by the law of attraction, as your negative thought expands proportionately, so does your negative emotion. Soon you find yourself discussing the unpleasant subject with others, and now they add to it, often reaching into their past, until in a very short period of time, most of you, upon any subject that you ponder very long, attract enough supporting data that it does bring forth the essence of the subject of the thought into your experience. It's natural that by knowing what you do not want, you are able to clarify what you do want. And there is nothing wrong with identifying a problem before beginning to look for a solution. But many people over time become problem-oriented rather than solution-oriented. And in their examination and explanation of the problem, they continue the perpetuation of the problem. Again, a telling of a different story is of great value. Tell a solution-oriented story instead of a problem-oriented story. If you wait until you are sick before you begin to try to focus more positively, it's much harder than if you begin to tell the story of well-being from your place of feeling good. But in any case, your new story will in time bring you different, better results. That which is like unto itself is drawn. So tell the story you want to live, and you will eventually live it. Some people worry that since they are already sick, they cannot now be well, because their sickness now has their attention, and therefore their attention to sickness is perpetuating more sickness. We agree. That would be correct if they only have the ability to focus upon what is at this time. But since it is possible to think about things other than what is happening right now, it is possible for things to change. However, you cannot focus only upon current problems and get change. You have to focus upon the positive results you are seeking in order to get something different. The law of attraction is responding to your thought, not to your current reality. When you change the thought, your reality must follow suit. If things are going very well for you right now, then focusing upon what is happening now will cause the well-being to continue. But if there are things that are happening now that are not pleasing, you must find a way of taking your attention away from those unwanted things. You have the ability to focus your thoughts about yourself, about your body, and about the things that matter to you in a different direction from only what is happening right now. You have the ability to imagine things that are coming or to remember things that have happened before. And when you do so with the deliberate intent of finding good feeling things to think and speak about, you can quickly change your pattern of thought and therefore your vibration and eventually your life experience. And that's the end of that little section. And how appropriate was it that I read that now with all that's going on right now with the pandemic? And you know, one good thing about changing your thoughts and all this information about thoughts and all these ideas is it doesn't involve anybody else. It's just all what's going on in your mind. It just depends upon you, no one else. And to me, that's a big relief. Like, I don't need anyone else's permission or anything. It's all up to me. And the next section is called 15 Minutes to My Intentional Well-Being. It's not easy to imagine a healthy foot when your toe is in painful throbbing, but it is of great value for you to do everything you can to distract yourself from your throbbing toe. However, a time of acute physical discomfort is not an effective time to try to visualize well-being. The best time to do that is when you are feeling the best you usually feel. In other words, if you usually feel physically better during the first part of the day, choose that time for the visualization of your new, better story. If you usually feel best after taking a long, warm bath, choose that time for visualization. Set aside about 15 minutes where you can close your eyes and withdraw as much as possible from your awareness of what is. Try to find a quiet place where you will not be distracted and imagine yourself in a state of physical thriving. Imagine walking briskly and breathing deeply and enjoying the flavor of the air you're breathing. Imagine walking briskly up a gentle incline and smile in appreciation of the stamina of your body. See yourself bending and stretching and enjoying the flexibility of your body. Take your time exploring pleasant scenarios with the sole intent of enjoying your body and appreciating its strength and stamina and flexibility and beauty. When you visualize for the joy of visualizing, rather than with the intent of correcting some deficiency, your thoughts are more pure and therefore more powerful. When you visualize to overcome something that is wrong, your thoughts are diluted with the lackful side of the equation. Sometimes people explain that they have long-held desires that have not manifested, and they argue that the law of attraction is not working. But that is because they have been asking for improvement from a place of keen awareness of the lack of what they want. It takes time to reorient your thoughts so that they are predominantly focused towards what you want. But in time, it will feel perfectly natural to you to do so. In time, your new story will be the one that you tell most easily. If you do take the time to positively imagine your body, those good feeling thoughts will become dominant, and then your physical condition must acquiesce to those thoughts. If you only focus upon the conditions as they exist, nothing will change. As you imagine and visualize and verbalize your new story, in time you will believe the new story. And when that happens, the evidence will flow swiftly into your experience. A belief is only a thought you continue to think. And when your beliefs match your desires, then your desires must become your reality. Nothing stands between you and anything that you desire other than your own patterns of thought. There is no physical body, no matter what the state of decline, no matter what the conditions, that cannot achieve an improved condition. Nothing else in your experience responds as quickly as your own physical body to your patterns of thought. And that's the end of that little section. And that's so powerful to really do that, to really focus on how you want things to be, how you want to feel, and not focus on what is until what you want becomes your what is. And it just takes time and practice and sometimes guidance. Like that's one of the things that I work with my clients on, is how to keep this up. I give them tools and processes and ideas which help them every day to do that. And it's so powerful and it really works. And again, it's all up to you. This doesn't involve anyone else, just you. And interestingly enough, the next section is called I Am Not Bound by Others' Beliefs. With a little bit of effort, focused in the right direction, you will achieve remarkable results. And in time, you will remember that you can be or do or have anything that you focus on and achieve vibrational alignment with. You came into your physical body and into this physical world from your non-physical perspective, and you were very clear about your intention to be here. You did not define all of the details of your physical life experience before you got here, but you did set forth clear intentions about the vitality of your physical body from which you would create your life experience. You felt enormous eagerness to be here. When you first arrived in your small infant body, you were closer to the inner world than to the physical world, and your sense of well-being and strength was very strong. But as time passed and you became focused more into your physical world, you began to observe others who had lost their strong connection to well-being, and bit by bit, your sense of well-being began to fade as well. It is possible to be born into this physical world and continue to maintain your connection to who you really are and to your absolute well-being. However, most people, once they are focused into this time-space reality, do not. The primary reason for the fading of your awareness of personal well-being is the clamoring of those around you for you to find ways to please them. While your parents and teachers are, for the most part, well-meaning people, they are nevertheless more interested in your finding ways to please them than in your finding ways to please yourself. And so in the process of socialization, almost all people in almost all societies lose their way because they are coaxed or coerced away from their own guidance system. Most societies demand that you make your action your top priority. You are rarely encouraged to consider your vibrational alignment or your connection to your inner world. Most people eventually become motivated by the approval or disapproval that is directed at them by others. And so with their misplaced attention upon accomplishing the action that is most respected by the onlookers of their lives, they lose their alignment, and then everything in their experience is diminished. But you were eager about being born into this physical world of such amazing variety because you understood the value of that contrast from which you would build your own experience. You knew that you would come to understand from your own experience what you preferred from the variety of options that would be available to you. Whenever you know what you do not want, you understand more clearly what it is you do want. But so many people take that first step of identifying what is not wanted, and instead of then turning toward what is wanted and achieving vibrational alignment with that, they instead continue to talk about what they don't want. And in time, the vitality that they were born with wanes. When you do not understand the power of thought, and you do not take the time to align your thought to allow this power, You are then resigned to create through the power of your action, which comparatively is not much. And so if you have been working hard with your action to accomplish something and have not managed to achieve it, often you feel overwhelmed or incapable of now making it happen. Some people simply feel they do not have enough time left in their lives to be and do and have the things that they have dreamed of. But we want you to understand that if you will take the time to deliberately align with the energy that creates worlds, through the power of focusing your thoughts, you will discover a leverage that will help you quickly accomplish things that have formerly seemed not possible. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have once you accomplish the necessary alignment. And when you do, your own life experience will give you the evidence of your alignment. Before things actually manifest, your proof of alignment comes in the form of positive, good feeling emotion. And if you understand that, then you will be able to hold steady to your course while the manifestations of the things you desire are making their way to you. The law of attraction says, that which is like unto itself is drawn. Whatever your state of being, whatever the way you feel, you are attracting more of the essence of that. To want or desire something always feels good when you believe you can achieve it. But desire in the face of doubt feels very uncomfortable. We want you to understand that wanting something and believing you can accomplish it is a state of alignment, while wanting something and doubting is misalignment. Wanting and believing is alignment. Wanting and expecting is alignment. Expecting something unwanted is not alignment. You can feel your alignment or misalignment. And that's the end of that section. And that tells us with time and practice and awareness of how you think, by telling ourselves a better story of what we want, by focusing on what we want and feeling it and getting excited about it, we know that with the law of attraction, it's on its way. And we have to do our best to stay in that positive expectation. Because obviously, a lot of times people start off like that, and then when they don't have the manifestation, they get into the fear, the worry, the doubt, and that's blocking it. Fear, worry, and doubt, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, that blocks manifestation. And we don't want to do that. We want to keep ourselves in the receiving mode of what we want. And one way to do that is to keep ourselves feeling excited about what we want, focusing on what we want in a way that keeps us feeling good about it, and that keeps us in the receiving mode. So think about your own life. Think about things that you want that haven't manifested yet. What story are you telling yourself? Are you in positive, exciting expectation of it? Probably not if it hasn't manifested. So if you're not in that way, change how you're thinking about it, focus on what you want, get excited about it, and do your best to stay there. So there was some great information as usual in the reading today. And again, if you want help achieving this, please contact me for life coaching, because that's what I do successfully every day. And all my clients have had success with this. And I want the same for you if you're not having success with it. So please contact me through lifecoachdavid.com or email me at david@lifecoachdavid.com. And I really talk about that because it works. It really does. But you have to understand what you're doing, and you have to understand what to do in order to make it happen. Thanks for listening to today's podcast. And as I always like to say, do your best to have a high vibration day.